All right, we're back with another Moo
Icosahedron.
Money Origami Original. Today we're going to make the Icosahedron. 20 sides, equilateral triangles. Now, you're going to have to use, I recommend, 2 drops of super glue, even on the money one. Now, I don't know if we're going to get to that today, but the reason is, if you don't practice, you might not be able to have it come out so nice. Now, here's another one. Yeah, it's not that great. It's pretty good. I'm still going to keep it. But this one, I really nailed it. And I want you to be able to fold it just as well. And on this one, there's no measuring, no line drawing, no marks, but 2 drops of super glue. And the reason super glue is it dries really fast on paper. And so you hold the point together and you put a drop there, and then you blow on it several times. Now, when you inhale, move the model away from your mouth, and then blow on it 3 full breaths. That should do it. And what's really cool about this model is it's like a hacky sack for your hands, and it's pretty fun, especially if you have more people and toss it to them, and no one's allowed to catch the ball. They can only use their open hand. And it's a ton of fun as a hacky sack for your hands. So, and it works really good with the dollar. It's real sturdy, and just, it's like a ball. I mean, this is really cool. So, I gotta show it to you. That's great with the paper too. Now, if you write numbers on there, it's not a fair dice because the ends are heavier. But it looks the same from every side. Little pentagons, or like that. It's crazy looking. Equilateral triangles, 20 of them. So here's the diagram. And actually, I made a little mistake because I drew this line in the wrong spot. Anyway, it got messed up. But hopefully that won't happen on this one. All right, we're going to draw it out on this one. Or you can print a diagram from how to make a paper cutout model, which will still fold if you, the diagram will be like this, and then you'll cut it square. It's just a little bit smaller than the size you need though. So if you draw it out, you can do a great job. Now, if you have graph paper, they usually have 5 millimeters per square. So to make the same proportions as a dollar, it's 140 millimeters by 60 millimeters, or 3 by 7-inch paper, or a $1 bill, of course. Now, you could draw on it if you want. You won't tell anybody. But so what you do to draw it, especially if you have graph paper, you don't have to measure much really. You find the center of one edge, which is right there. I already knew where that was. And then you count in 7 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right here to there, we draw a line. Now, we're going to make it without any extra folds on the dollar, which is pretty challenging. But I do have it. But I really think that making it with the paper first, so you really get the idea, is a lot better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 again from each edge, and then from there to there on that point. And you can even mess up drawing it. Now we have to fold the bill into thirds. And so with the graph paper, that's 4 squares up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. See, and then we have 4 in the middle. And so that gives us thirds really easy with the sizes I gave. You can use this for any dollar origami. 140 millimeter by 60 millimeter or 3 by 7 inch paper. Those are the easiest numbers to measure out. Now if you want to make it with some other paper, there's cool math you can do. And if you use a calculator on a computer, it comes out exactly the correct number. So you would divide 3 divided by 7, and then you get that number, and then you put times your longest side of the paper. So times 140 millimeters equals 60 millimeters. But if you use one on the computer, it equals 60 with no decimal. It's because 3 divided by 7, I mean, that number goes out to here before it stops. I mean, it's like 25 digits or something. But on the computer, those do that. So that's pretty cool. So now we do have to draw our 1/3 lines. And I don't know if we're going to get to the money one in this video, because I'm going to try to keep the videos much shorter. See what happens with the channel. So then, now you can also, if you don't care if it's a little bit awkward on your money origami, you can fold the equilateral triangle, which is what we're drawing out right here. And you can just fold it the basic way everybody folds that. And it'll come out, well, it'll come out about like this. But the folds won't be super precision. And what we really got to focus on is all the points of the triangles on all of them. So there's more than 20 triangles are going to be showing. But now the Icosahedron, it's pretty cool. Listen to this description from Wiki.
Net. In geometry, the regular icosahedron or one is a convex polyhedron with 20 faces, 30 edges, and 12 vertices. It is one of the 5 Platonic solids and the one with the most sides.
So that's pretty cool, right? So go to Wiki if you want to learn more about it. Now, let's see, where do the next lines go without measuring? Well, the middle of this side right here on this line is a point. And so that's got to intersect with this point precisely. So you draw that. And that looks good. If you're really good at doing this, you don't have to make these little pre-marks. So that's good. Now we've got to go this way from that point through this intersection. Now we're doing it by the intersection of the dark lines that we drew. See. Now this one you can draw right up through that one. Or you can go from 2 wider points first. And so that should make it more accurate. And then over here there's one, see? And now this one goes to the edge. And same with this one. And then from this point goes through this intersection to wherever it hits on that edge. So you get right on that intersection to the edge of the paper. And then this one should come down through all these points and end up right here. So, see if we got it right this time. Yeah. And so there's just a few more lines left. Oh, what we did was we did this line first. And now we draw from here to here, and it should go right through those. Now I'm purposely letting this pen run out. What I did is I pulled it out and I threw away the ink cartridge. And then what I should have done is got some tissue paper and stuck it up in the end to get the rest of the ink out of the feed part. Because what I'm going to do is after the ink runs out, it's going to be a scoring tool. And then I'll be able to do that and make a crease mark by pushing down hard with a ruler. And then you've got a line you can fold on real easy without drawing on the bill. So then there's just these are all mountain folds, every single one. And then these are valley folds from the point to the edge in between each triangle. These are valleys. And so by making this a regular origami with special size paper, everybody can fold this, which is the goal of the channel. I mean, I want everybody to be able to fold the models. And really appreciate it when I get real nice comments. Someone said they really loved my videos, and that really was nice to see. Written down. It's on the octahedron, the diamond, because they were making the trophy. And let's see who that was. Oh yeah, strawberry tart. Appreciate you watching, and thanks for your real nice comment. Oh yeah, I meant to do a trick. Oh, whoops, I forgot to hit pause and I folded the whole thing. Jeez, sorry. No. Alright, so now we've got our expert diagram drawn right here, and it's really simple on graph paper. So all you got to do is make all these mountain folds, all the dark lines, and then what you do is after you have these mountain folds, first you do all the mountain folds. Well, let's just demonstrate real quick on one to show you how to do the valley folds. And then you just pinch these 2 points together to make the valley fold. But now make sure it doesn't do a kink. Right there, it's trying to, excuse me, it's trying to kink right there. So you got to get all your points really good. So you just push it in with something and see how it's going right to the intersection. And then you fold the bill. Now these have to line up flush, really flat. And then before you pinch it, make sure the sides of the paper line up straight too, right here. And then the crease comes from there over to the center of the side. So pinch that really good. And I would recommend doing every single one of them just like that. So when you want these really flat, or it's not going to be smooth on the outer part of the ball, and you'll get some parts lifted up higher than others. And it'll still go together, but it doesn't look as good. And this one I used that technique on, and I'm only off a little bit on that one right there, and that's sunk in a little bit. So I mean, this is really hard to fold exactly perfect. So that's why we made the diagram, and now you can go ahead and make all these mountain folds. Okay, you should be able to do that, and then we'll come back and put it together. So I'm going to do that off cam. I'm just cruising right along. I made all these. Now I'm going to do these diagonal ones and do all the mountain folds. And I already did that one for demonstrating the valley fold. And if you do it with a pen on your diagram, it kind of is like a little crease tool. And it really helps you do a nice job if you go over the lines twice with the pen. Alright, now I just got to do these 2 horizontal folds. Be right back. Okay, so this is also going to be a nice dangling ornament that you can put on a thread, just like the diamond crystal gem, the diamond gem, and the dodecahedron, which is really 24 sides with little tiny right angle triangles. So it's really a stellated 24-sided thing, but it looks a lot like a dodecahedron, so that's what I called it. I mean, that was the intent, but you really can't make one with perfect squares unless somehow you're a diamond crystal that actually grows. Those are just a little awkward looking, but they almost look exactly like that. So we've got all our folds, pre-folds, except for the valley folds, which I showed you how to make one right here by pulling the points together. Let's do a couple more. So you pull the creases together and you line up the edges. Now that one, it's doing a tiny bit of a kink, and it's really going to show up at the end. So you want to get rid of that, and you can just let these unfold and line it up right here and right here, and then just pinch right in the middle of the side and go toward the point, see, like that. And you want nice points. That's the key to making it look great when you're done. And then after you glue it, the hacky sack performance for your hands. It's super fun, just trying to pop it up in the air and hit it with the other hand each time, even just one hand at a time. It's really a fun challenge. So I highly recommend this model. So then you just do that one, see, lining up the edges. Now that one doesn't have a kink in there. So pinch it really good. And then on this one it just folds over. Well, that don't matter. So we got that one and that one. Now we need to do this one. Oh, it's already 20 minutes. I don't know how it happens. I should just drawn the diagram and then folded all these off cam. Alright, so you get the idea on these though, right? Let me save some of your time by hitting pause and fold the rest of these valley folds. Alright, so you should have all the folds made from the diagram. Every dark line is a mountain fold and the dashed lines are valley folds. Just like this. Now when we're doing these valley folds, these creases actually get turned around backwards, these horizontal creases. So just redo those just a little bit. And if you're not sure of your folds, just you can go over them if you want. Probably really don't have to, but we don't want any extra folds in here. And now what you do is you get your super glue ready. And if you get this kind where it has a little container, what you do to keep your glue lasting super long. See, I've used this all up and doesn't hardly have any glue on the top. Before you use it, you squeeze it and you put out a little air, and then you turn it over to get your drop. And then after you get what you want, see, then you have extra vacuum drawing it back in so it doesn't get around the edge from that pre-squeeze. Lets it do that. So that's really helpful. And then you store it in the refrigerator and it makes it last for years and years and years. So now you could, glue them all together with water-soluble glue on the dollar. Now, if you're really good at origami, you can figure out how to fold this without drawing any lines or measuring on the dollar. But we'll do another video on that. So what you do is you bring it all around, making all those valley folds. And it makes a pentagon on the side. And you're going to have to tuck one valley fold inside. And then that little part where it's overlapping, what you want to do is push that down. Where it goes underneath those other edges sticking out. And so look at that. It's a great point. Don't worry about the other side. Just get your super glue. Squeeze. Then squeeze some more. And just put a drop right around the top. And now blow into that point. Now inhale without it near your face. That's poisonous fumes. So don't breathe those in. Don't inhale them. Don't get it near your eyes either. That'll burn. So 3 deep breaths like that should do it. And then you go to the other side. And don't touch the bottom point. In fact, you can wait because it's a little bit wet on the surface still. But you can wait and do that. And now you tuck this one over that one now. It has a little trouble lining up. This is why I say it might take 3 drops of super glue. Because what you really might want to do is put some a little bit right there, but don't do it until you're sure you got this exactly how you want it first. Well, we're not going to need it on this one. And then, oh, whoops. I had the thing really nice. And then I bumped it while I was reaching for my tool. Because what you might want to do is get the ruler. Shoot, where did I put that? Hang on. Now, what you can do with the ruler is, all right, first off, don't let them kink in like that one. Usually if you squeeze the points, they pop back out. Okay? So make sure it's not popped in when you glue it, just in case. Now, if that little overlap part doesn't fit good, it's right here, see? Then you might want to put a little extra glue in there. It's pretty hard to do, though, with the super glue. What you can do is stick your ruler in between these and straighten them out. See, we want this one over here just because it might fit better. So, alright, that's lining up really good. And just gently hold it and do the super glue thing. Squeeze it. Put a drop right on there. And just use the tip to brush it around a little bit. Now, even if you just print out the diagram of the link I'm going to put in the description and you cut it out exactly like that, you can glue the little flaps over on each one. But this is a really cool way to do it, where you just put a drop on each point of the end. And that is an awesome model. Like I said, I really recommend it. And it is a fun toy. See, it bounces crazy. And so, it's a blast. And the money one, the paper's even stiffer. Now this wasn't even a crisp bill. And we're going to get a nice crisp one and fold it up as best I can on the next video. Hopefully the next video. Maybe, maybe not. But it'll be coming right up soon. Alright, we appreciate you watching. Liking the videos and sharing them. Helps me get more viewers, which, you know, it'd be fun. The more I get, that's really what it is for. All right, take care. Have a great day and enjoy your Icosahedron Hacky Sack Money Origami. Bye-bye. So that's pretty cool. If you make the millimeter size, and don't glue it. It'll fit inside the dollar one. And then if you don't glue it, it'll fit inside the 3x7 inch. And then you can glue it. But, then you can't see the dollar. But that'll be cool as well. All right. Have a good one.